this is the only time I'm gonna ever agree with Brett. Karen is all the way checked out. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mope, and today we're going to be talking about, you already know it, Married at First Sight, season 11, episode 6. 6. Yep, 6. Okay, 6. Yay. Okay, I always get that messed up. Anyway, let's get right into it. This episode is the final episode of them in the honeymoon. They are headed to their various homes in New Orleans next week's episode. I do have my notes here, so I'm going to be looking at them just so you guys know. There's so many topics to put on this particular episode. 1, they rated their marriage. 2, do you guys rate your own marriages? How do you guys feel about that? 3, the first couple fight in this season. Karen is all the way checked out. Okay, because that's how I feel. You know what? Anyways, that's another one. That's another topic of a conversation. And then who peed in the shower? Do y'all pee in your shower? I don't see a big deal with it, but you know, who am I? Anyways, so let's talk about Woody and Amani. Let's start off. They are, like I said, you know, I'm gonna stop saying they're my second favorite couple, but they are my favorite couple. Definitely one of my favorite couples. I only have 2 of them now. And yeah, the first real intimacy that happened of the season was definitely them. I feel like it was anticipated. Like, I feel like we knew it was gonna happen at some point, only because they were they're very feely touchy folk. Okay, I know there's a better word, but they like physical touch. And I mean, Amani said this over and over again, you know, like Woody literally makes her feel like the best and only woman in the world. So I could completely understand that. Yeah, the first one, you guys. Okay, I don't even know. I mean, they're married, right? That should happen. Anyways, that's not my business. So one thing I love was that, you know, they opened up to each other emotionally. That was something that we've been seeing episode by episode. They've been like checking in on each other, emotionally speaking. And I thought that was beautiful, especially the very first thing of this particular episode. Woody asked, you know, Amani if she's comfortable or if she's scared of him moving forward, and she was honest to say yes, like, I am scared. And you know, I love the fact that they keep it so real with each other. Yeah, I really like them as a couple, you guys. Woody is adventurous, and I love it. That's true. I think that some people were saying that Woody and Karen could have probably gotten along as well, but I don't think so. I think that's another topic, but I just strongly feel like Woody was meant for Amani in this whole situation, and I'm kind of glad that happened that way. Communication is so key, and that's something I see, like, this couple definitely gets a number 1 for me with that. The romantic surprise, you know, the little flowers, whatever. Okay, we kind of knew that, like, it was gonna end up with something. I mean, look, if there's anything he said from the first episode, is like, look, when she's ready, I'm ready. Let us talk about Henry and Christina. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. At some point, Henry is literally, I know that it's not easy for him, right? It can't be easy for him, but I just feel like for me to change my mind about them not working out, he really needs to put forth an effort. Like, I kind of look forward to, like, them going to, like, the real world and leaving the honeymoon, but at some point I'm just like, he's gonna have to do it. Like, he's gonna have to take charge. That's something that Christina has said over and over again. I'm not used to this kind of person. I'm not used to this kind of man. Like, I'm used to, like, a more aggressive man, and I don't see him like that. He's made it very clear. I mean, that's something he's been honest about. Like, that's not me. It takes me a while. I'm going extremely slow, and I'm just like, that ain't what she like, dude. Okay, I feel like they probably were paired up perfectly, because she's definitely more adventurous. She's the more spontaneous one, and he's not. And he's very cautious. So I think they could balance each other out in that aspect. But apart from that, I don't really see why they were paired up. Like, I don't get that. I still don't understand that. She did fall in the water, and granted, he said he wasn't sure if he knew how to swim, so he wasn't about to go and, like, save her. He can't swim. Like, what you want him to do? He can't he can't just jump in the water. He's probably, like, scared, you know, but he's been doing a great job at acclimating himself to, like, her world, her adventurous, spontaneous world, things that he typically wouldn't do. He's really been doing it, especially during the honeymoon. So that's something that I really see and I appreciate about him. I just think that when it comes to conversation and communication and intimacy and stuff like that, they're gonna have to work really hard on that. I don't really know. I don't really know, guys. I'm very like still iffy on this couple, unfortunately. But I really like them. To like, I like them. I like Henry and I like Christina. And as far as like together, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So let's move on to the next couple, which is Miles and Karen. I feel like I'm like Karen. When somebody's like, "Okay, I need to talk to you," I'm like, "Oh goodness, this is not about to be good." Or, "Oh, we need to talk," or "I have something I need to tell you." I'm just like, I literally think about the possible worst things. And I think that's what she said. She was like, "You have 10 kids, like, I don't know about." He's been diagnosed with clinical depression. And I can't imagine that that was easy for him to open up, not just to Karen, who is his new wife, that they've only known each other for like 6 days, but it's also to the world, right? And it just, I know it can be easy to like open up that part of your life, but I really think that through opening up about it, he was able to get some healing that he needed. He did admit that he was on medication and he's been taking it. The only issue is I feel like Karen is checked out. Like, I feel like this girl is checked all the way out. Like, I don't think that, I think because she's so into her head about him not being as masculine as he wanted to, or as she would want, or she would like in a partner. um the fact that he cries, and she mentioned that the very first, like right before they got married, and she like found out about him through social media and all that. I just I just feel like she really is stuck on this masculine man, and a man that like, doesn't cry a lot or something like that. And that could maybe be based off of her, background, where she feels like men don't cry, or men are not supposed to cry, or they're not supposed to cry this much, or they're not supposed to be emotional. Or it just seems like he's such a good guy for her to not see that. They're no longer my favorite couple, so I don't really know, you guys. I don't really know. We haven't seen him have like any episode yet as far as like being depressed, or him saying that he was. But one thing he did say is like, "I'm very honest when I'm not okay and I need my space, or I don't feel like talking or something like that. Like, I'll let you know." I think that was beautiful, because rather than like, keeping it all in, it's good to just communicate that so your partner can know what's going on. Let's talk about Olivia and Brett. They still seem to be the one problematic couple of the season. It just seems like she's not getting it, and he thinks we can't see him. I loved the fact that Christina told Olivia, like, what, like, these are the signs that I'm seeing. I literally think he's a F-boy. I think that he is no good. But of course, when a statement like that was made, Olivia was just like, "Well, I mean, like, she's telling me this, but she only knew him for a couple of days too. Like, how would you make such statements?" But I think that maybe what Christina is not going to admit to is the fact that Henry probably said something to her about their bachelor party, and based off of that, obviously Christina is like, "Nah, this ain't it." And then the fact that when they were asking, rating each other, on the scale of 1 to 10, what do you think your marriage, like, rate your marriage type of thing, he was like, "Oh no, I'm not rating my marriage." He like he said some English. I was just like, "Okay, I just talk y'all just rubbish. Just say you're not gonna do it, period." He was like, "I'm not gonna dehumanize somebody." First of all, you're not rating the person, you're rating your marriage. Like, what do you think? And everybody's answer is gonna be different, because my definition of a 7 compared to your definition of a 10 can be completely different. One thing he did say, like, his feelings for her has grown, and I was just like, how the girls are trying to look out for her, because it just doesn't seem like, clearly their men have like are, I feel like their men have told them some things, so they're like extra cautious of this guy. But I do think that it's good that they're looking out for her, because I don't think that she clearly hasn't been told certain things, and she hasn't, like, she doesn't see what people are seeing. He was bothered as to how she spent her money. She says that she goes out to eat all the time. She says that she goes on lavish vacations. She does make over 2 times what Brett makes. This is the only time I'm gonna ever agree with Brett. One thing that he said was like, I'd rather invest my money rather than like spend it, on food and stuff like that. When she kept saying that, she hangs out with her friends, and she does, like, she calls her mom every day, she talks to her best friend every day, she's constantly busy, the whole day seems to be occupied. And one thing I felt like he kept trying to tell her, like, "I'm here, like, I'm here, like, I'm here." But I don't think that she's fully understood, like, you have a husband now, like, but one thing she said was like, she doesn't want to feel like she's changing, or she has to change who she is because of her man, or she has to change her schedule, or her interest because of a man. So I don't really know. I mean, I already don't think they're gonna work out anyway. So let's talk about the final favorite couple of this particular episode, and that was Amelia and Bennett. And as we all know, you guys already know, my heart lies with them. I love the way that they play with each other. I love the way that seem to have a good banter with each other. I think they are very agreeable and understanding of each other, their backgrounds, their like just everything. I just feel like everything is yes, yes, yes. Which worries me when it comes to, obviously, I think I said that the last episode, which was, you know, when she does have to move, if she has to move, and when she has to move for residency, and you know, the task of residency as well, the fact that you're constantly busy. I'm just nervous for when like things aren't good, but I don't think they would ever lash out at each other. I don't see that happening. I think they would like try to solve it. And there's nothing bad to say. Let me see. I said their natural connection is beautiful. I completely agree with. Oh, yeah, we're talking about kids, and first of all, did y'all laugh when he was like about flirting? He was like, how do I flirt? Like, you know, I mean, like, you know, he's heard how like people flirt with several things. I feel like he's a good flirt. So they were talking about kids and raising children, and one thing that Bennett said, which I completely agree with, was the limiting of screens. How screens affect children. They have short attention spans. They don't know how to. They can't like listen to you for a long time because again, you're not doing something that's capturing their attention. You almost literally have to keep them entertained, and you have to continuously keep that same energy. Whereas a lot of people are like, okay, no, let's read our book now, and they're like, no, that's not what you like. That's not what's been going on. Like, give me back the phone, give me back the iPad, give me back the, you know, the laptop, the television, whatever else that we use to like engage our kids. I get what he's saying. I understand where he's coming from. So I think that was it. I think one thing I love, like, let me know down below, like, what do you guys think about this episode? That brings me to the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you guys think about the episode. Don't forget to be kind to yourself as well as others around you, and I'll be sure to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.